slip. I made sure that I found a way through a cloud of haze. Every day I wept, found how to live through all them cloudy days. You know the mind's a maze with all its mixtures. It's always hard to get the entire scope of the picture. 1080p, that's you other busters, yeah, obsolete. Can't fuck with me, excuse my French, but I'm not discreet. I wear my heart on my sleeve, but I've learned my lesson. I've learned 1996 birth, one of the greatest weapons untold. I'm destined to reach heights thought I could never see, but foolish thoughts rampage my heart and let me not reach the peaks that's entrusted to me. My belief shatter of past actions. I grieve, but grievance never really matter. It's how I choose to act differently in the coming battles to overcome my limitations and get out my shadow. But it's hard to wade in this water, but it was never shallow. Fuck it, let me get the paddles. Fuck that now, let me get this castle. Fuck that now, let me get this battle.
What's good, everybody? What it do? It's your boy Sage back up in this thing, and I'm here with Squad Nero, your ultimate hub for all things anime. Whether you're a seasoned otaku or just stepping into the world of anime, you found your crew. I'm Sage, joined by Crocco's Corner, Chef D, and T Smooth, here to guide you through epic battles, hidden gems, and unforgettable stories across anime, animation, film, and gaming. Tap in each week as we break down the latest, debate the hottest takes, and celebrate the culture. Make sure to please like, comment, and subscribe, and make sure you hit that noti bell wherever you may come from, just so you can keep up with all the content that we got in store for y'all. And let's tap in and let this anime journey begin. Or let this journey begin. I realized saying that intro, we really don't be talking a whole lot about anime.
We don't.
I feel like it's a slow time right now.
No, there's heat out there. It's
the
just
only
that
that's true.
there's heat out there.
The only super mainstream one I feel like is probably Bleach though, like OD mainstream. There's some other joints though. Black Tourist, I tried to get into that with Storia, but that just ended if I'm not mistaken. Mushoku Tensei, Jobless Reincarnation,
Bleach is
they
back.
got that. Yeah, Bleach. Nonetheless, we just on this right now because there's a whole lot of comic book goodness going on. Coming up this whole entire year actually. Lantern should be coming. Is it coming out this week?
Next Sunday.
Next Sunday. Y'all excited for that, John?
When you say next Sunday, do you mean
The
the upcoming
16th.
Sunday or the next? Okay. This
Yeah,
Sunday.
this upcoming Sunday.
Bet,
I'm a
bet,
little
bet.
excited about it. I think the last trailer they put out was the best looking one. But it's like, damn, y'all waited till 3 months after people been shitting on y'all to put out something that looked decent. So I mean, I'm looking forward to where it's gonna go. But yeah, I'll check it out.
Also, honorable mentions. My bad. We starting the honorable mentions early. Lanterns just naturally came up. Robert Pattinson, Chris Hansen. We was talking about this before the pod, me and Nino. Robert Pattinson is low-key on a generational run. Me, Nino, and T-Smooth. Robert Pattinson is on a generational run right now. I think we're going to play this Chris Hansen trailer. He's just been in his bag. Supposedly, he got a new joint coming out with Denzel Washington 2 heist movie.
Yeah.
Looking crazy, dog.
Anytime anything doing with Chris Hansen kind of takes me back to the Boondocks.
Yeah.
See. I know they call you Chris Hansen, but I call you Chris Hansen.
Yeah. Let me know how the volume is for y'all.
Come on in.
Okay, pause it real quick for me.
I'm sure.
Is the volume good, nigga?
So no, the volume's fine. But do y'all remember in Spider-Man when everybody seen it? No? Yes? I'm pretty sure. Y'all remember? Y'all remember when Ned showed the two people that could be Spider-Man? And one was Flash.
Nigga.
No, the
All
running
right,
joke
nigga.
was one was Flash. This is where he was. I was rolling.
All right, nigga.
This is
So
where
go
he
ahead.
was.
He kind of. All right, I'm not gonna.
That is him.
That
That is him. Yes, it's him.
Yeah, it's him.
Yeah, I know that's fake hair on his face, ain't it? It look
Yes.
like it.
But the fact that they was like, yeah, this is the reason why he wasn't in Flash wasn't in Spider-Man.
Nah, crazy.
Big night planned.
Who are you?
You should have a seat right there. I'm Chris Hansen with Dateline NBC, and we're doing a story on adults who try to meet teens online. You see how this looks, right?
I don't really like your show, but America loves it. So I need to move you to Catch a Predator, 9 p.m. prime time.
It'll be bigger than Lost.
My name is Dan Plop.
Do you know what you're auditioning for?
So you are playing a 13-year-old?
Is there time for rehearsal?
We're gonna shoot the rehearsal.
Come in.
You're gonna love this.
Predator has never earned the recognition it deserves. I want something that matters. No more bottom feeders. I want a whale. Don't you ever just want to bleed him? Maybe what I do is a little worse.
This could be our greatest segment yet.
Barbara?
We're going to Hill. We don't do that. They come to us.
I don't understand what I'm doing here. What you're doing is more than acting. You're cleansing the world of an ancient evil. Who gave you permission to do this?
You have no plan.
I had to put him on television. You're gonna be so proud of me. I don't want to be a bad person. Your definition of bad and my definition of bad are vastly different. What would have happened if I wasn't here?
Looking cold.
Yeah, his voice is insane.
In his bag, man. Shout out to Robert Pattinson. How y'all feel? Y'all gonna tap into that? Y'all gonna be in the theaters?
Yeah, I'm gonna definitely go see it.
It's an A24 film, so I'm going to check it out.
Yeah, for whatever reason, as of recently, I don't know if it's just A24 or just overall movie studios, but how they be shooting films, it's just like a beauty to watch. It was some scenes in there that we were seeing. That's the same nigga who's he's the reporter on Superman, ain't it?
Yeah, Jimmy Olsen.
Jimmy Olsen. There was a scene where I guess he was like on the street, and it was just how the light was shining in the background of him. It kind of almost reminded me of Superman, but I was like, damn, that joint is clean. That's a clean shot. Nonetheless, I'm excited to see that joint, especially
For sure.
where he might take it.
I wonder how it's gonna end though too. My bad. I was just saying. I know they ended the show a certain way, but it's like I wonder if the movie's gonna touch on that. Yeah.
It seemed like they are though.
Mm-hmm. It sounded like.
Yeah, how it was all positioned and everything like that. Hopefully they do, because I'm curious. I'm curious if they actually do some name dropping and everything like that. Probably not. They don't want to get sued. All right. If y'all didn't know, pretty sure we talked about it before. Samara Weaving was cast as Emma Frost for this upcoming MCU. We also got more news, and it's also going to be one of our main topics later on in regards to what's coming up with Marvel. Where is the goddamn giant? But we got some more news. Kit Connor is casted as Cyclops.
Yes, sir.
Yes. Look like a good let me share this, y'all. Look like a good pairing between the two. I ain't gonna lie. They been hitting. Supposedly we got news that what's it called? Jamie Lawson might be Storm. They might be cooking. They might be cooking. I see no misses as of right now. Kit Connor got the body too. He got the look too with the visor. Oh, go ahead.
Let me ask you this: when was I was looking at, I saw this like clip on I don't know whether it was like a picture or whatever on Twitter. It was actually unrelated to the MCU, but it made me think. So like, when did Captain America? When did I can't think of the actor's name.
Chris Evans
start playing. Yeah, Chris Evans started playing.
You kind of breaking up.
In America, you remember what year that?
I know he was casted in like the movie came out 2011. He was casted like 2009. Yeah, this
started
nigga's frozen.
Oh yeah, you free? Oh there. Hello. There you go. Try it again.
Oh, yeah. Is it still got me frozen?
Nah, you good.
You good now?
Okay. Yeah, cause like they was saying in the picture that I saw, they were saying in like 2020 or 2015 he was like 33.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not sure if that's correct.
These niggas even younger.
And I'm just sitting there like I was thinking about these. Right. I was sitting here thinking about like these castings, and I'm like, that's kind of like where you will want to be, is around the age that he was when he started, because he honestly, I mean, it's his choice, but he could keep playing Captain America. It's just kind of his choice not to play it, but it's not like Robert Downey Jr., who is like ancient at this point. What is Robert Downey Jr., like 63, 64?
I think like 60 something. But I mean, you think about it, this with Cap, I mean, probably early on, they probably didn't see the whole universe going this way, you know? So with him being 30 something in 2015, because I know he was casted in 2009, and he was already a grown ass man. So they probably like, with X-Men, we probably got to go younger on a just in case route, in case we got to use these dudes for 20 years. It's like, let's go young, because all of them in their 20s too, like in their early 20s. I know Cyclops is what, 22, and Sadie Sink is like 24 or something.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what makes me think they might not go the Jamie Lawson route if they do in Storm. I mean, it would be cool if they do, but I'm pretty sure they got an actress in mind, and they probably gonna keep everybody fairly young.
They've been cooking as of lately.
No, it's a good point, because like you said, if you get into other, another good part with that though, with being younger,
yeah,
is say they don't work out. Well, when they don't work out, if they've been aging up in the series as it is anyways, that actually kind of makes it easier for you to replace them. If they hit all of their maturity points,
yeah,
then the people gonna be too ingrained in the phase.
They were just they got the opportunity to get out of the deal, get some new fresh talent on the scene. Cause I'm saying they looking everything, but it could not mesh. It could be all over the place. But supposedly they've been doing some screen tests, and supposedly we're supposed to get an announcement of the X-Men cast, but they might have reached some rough waters. But we'll get into that a little bit later.
Is that our main topic, or are we just covering it now?
It was one of the main topics. I don't know why I put it as honorable mention. I was probably just fucking jotting ideas down.
Okay.
And then forgot to leave that to the X-Men cast so far, because I think those are the only two that we know solidified as of right
No,
now.
they cast Beast, but I think there's like a scheduling conflict or something. So it's rumored that the dude that they cast
turned it down.
Was turning it down. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I seen too. So we could get into that a little bit later. We got this. You know, I was contemplating. I was like, should we talk about this?
I mean, we can.
But you know, fuck it, nigga. I'm feeling dangerous. God damn it, this shit really pissed me off. Grinding my gears. Let's get into it.
We who love and serve Allah fought back against the Americans and the Zionists from the scourge of secularism and the lands of unbelief.
Anyone gonna listen to Captain Saunders tomorrow? The retired Delta Force soldier with a new book out.
He's the polar opposite of those brain-dead protesters.
Given the current climate, should Clay Saunders even be allowed on campus?
Mr. Saunders is a close personal friend of Chancellor Friedman. This is a decision I cannot flatter.
There are three ways Islam will conquer the West. Through immigration, through the wombs of our women, and by using our nation's freedoms against us. Are you paying attention?
Listen carefully. The great Satan America will fall. You are infidels. The bodies of women are not pure, and men's souls are unclean.
What makes them so dangerous? Their goals are not in this life, but the next.
Anyone?
I got friends here. I can't just leave.
Listen to me! In the law. We cannot run or hide from what is coming. We have to fight.
I will be rewarded 10,000 times in the next life. When you die, you're nothing. Only one way to find out.
That's the American way.
Premieres. I don't.
Talk about a. I need this money. Damn it.
No politics.
Like, hold on. My thing is that going to be in theaters or what?
That's what I'm saying. It says premiere September 16th. They knew this shit wouldn't fly in theaters. Ain't nobody goddamn. Ooh. Ain't nobody waiting outside on they fucking scrolling their phones waiting for this movie to drop so they can get tickets to at the closest movie theater. Niggas not treating this like Spider-Man. Niggas not even treating this shit. What's an ass movie? Give me an ass movie. Quantumania. Niggas.
Yeah.
They don't even treat this shit like Quantumania, and Quantumania was dropping some fucking dollars at the box office, if I'm not mistaken. Man,
It's really a stain on Jonathan Majors because it's like the niggas that was supporting you don't even think like this.
You went from fucking the only niggas. Everybody else turned their back to him. The black community was like, all right, you fucked up, but I guess we are still like, you with Megan Good. We assuming that she gonna get you right.
And it's
it's just no bueno. I looked at this, I was like, yeah, we gotta talk about this. Y'all wonder why this nigga don't. I'm sorry, nah. Yeah, I wonder why this nigga don't come back as Kang. There's no fucking. This nigga sullied that shit. Give us some time. Bring another nigga as Kang.
And I didn't mind. I didn't even mind if he didn't. He sounded like Kang in this trailer, but I ain't even mind if they didn't bring him back. But it's like getting over the character. But seeing this shit, it's like, what kind of nigga are you? This is my question now, because the people that was rocking with you don't even speak like this. It's black people that's Islamic. And I guess they go in the Middle Eastern route. But if you want to take this type of role, after you had the whole world being like, give him another chance, and these are people that was beating you down, the Daily Wire talk, and now you like, you know what? I'm about to go to the Daily Wire. I'm about to do this movie for them, even though they shit on me during this trial and everything I was going through. And then it's like, yo, like the fact that they even got this movie together, and I feel like the people that are playing the Islamist or playing the Islam guys aren't even Middle Eastern or anything. Probably some cosplaying Italians. And it's just like, Jonathan Major, you tying yourself to this, like, because now you think about it. Your comeback his comeback was Magazine Dreams. That was like, all right, cool. You know, Jonathan Major got some shit coming out.
I heard that was a pretty good movie too.
He was acting his ass off. The second thing he could have done, I'm not saying he got to do no damn Tyler Perry cookout movie or whatever. You do something different. You do it starring of some indie movies, like on some Andrew Garfield shit, some Robert Pattinson shit. You know, getting something that's different. You go to some right wing, and I don't know his political affiliation.
This couldn't be.
But damn, my nigga, when you was down and out, they was calling you all types of ERs.
This couldn't be his only opportunity.
Ben Shapiro?
You think they friends with you after you aggressively put that white woman in that car, Jonathan Majors?
Watch him not get another role for like 5 years after this. Or if he do, it's going to be all Daily Wire.
What's the A? What black? Nah, probably Nick Cannon.
Probably, but it's like, yo, like, because you got people that's like a Ryan Coogler that could look out for you. But then it's like, with Ryan Coogler look out for you, they're going to be like, yo, twin, what you on?
All y'all niggas is crazy.
Like
what mess up his money?
Like, and that's the thing. Now imagine a student be like, we don't get Jonathan Majors, but it's like, he don't even have the black people support after he just did that shit. And that's what I'm saying. That Megan Good shit was all PR. Because you don't go from no white joint to get Megan Good and you crying and singing all of them dumbass R&B songs. And then you be like, you know what? You know what, babe? You know what's a good idea? Let me run this by you. MAGA shit. You know my black queen? I'm about to run this white ring, this right-wing propaganda, MAGA hat waving flag shit right by you. We gonna do this movie. Like Megan Good had.
This man said, I'm gonna take down the infidels so for to get that white people money back.
Like, bro, this shit is insane. Like when we read it, I was like, okay, we heard about this. All right, whatever. But then they dropped the trailer this fast.
I thought that this was a joke. I was like, there's no way this nigga could go. He's purposefully sullying his reputation.
Yeah.
For no reason. I know this is not your only opportunity. You did Magazine Dreams, which sound like a actual studio that cared about what type of product they was putting out to his people. To go over here to the Daily Wire? Come on, bruv. Come on, bruv. You better than that, JM. You better than that.
Is he really better than that? Is he really?
I would hope, you know. I would hope.
You can hope, but people will take your hope and throw it in the trash can.
Let you down. That is true. That is very true.
That shit is kind of crazy though. Like,
you just gotta shake your head at that joint, like.
Because this is my second time watching it, but here it's like you really a part of this, and then the speech he's given, like Islam's going to invade our country through the womb of our women. It's like, whoa, you really
going
crazy, doing too damn much.
You hitting all the talking points, my guy. All of them.
All the time, and you already know they. And I'm like, you're not really doing anything because they still don't even really like black people all like that. And you think, oh, this is just gonna be my pat on the back to get me back into Hollywood. It's like after this movie, I guarantee you they're not gonna watch anything else you're in if it's not spitting this type of bullshit.
You know, what person would gladly take this man?
Who?
Quentin Tarantino.
I was just about to say Tarantino. Yo.
Not the I suck toes Tarantino.
Oh.
Yo, that next movie with Quentin Tarantino gonna have Jonathan Major be called a nigga at least 100 times in the script.
Just to keep his teeth white.
Just to keep his teeth. Yo, this is just not a good. I just don't understand his thought process. This is not a good look for him unless they promise him something.
Right? But what in the world could they have promised for him to potentially ruin? We might be a little hyperbolic here because, I mean, you know, on that side, they still got business opportunities, business ventures that they can tap into. It's a reason why they're here right now. I just don't see a lot of the people in the industry that he works at to lean that way. I could be wrong. But a lot of people that's actually producing something of quality, of worth, that people will actually be interested in seeing, I don't see those type of people leading this way.
I mean, you got some of them leading that way, especially like at Marvel, because you can see who's leading that way based on what they don't say. Mm-hmm. You got people like that dude Rob Schneider, that be with Adam Sandler. He's somebody that thinks this way.
Okay.
Somebody like Jeremy Renner, somebody like a Chris Pratt. Like, granted, they say, I'm Christian this and this, but it's like you still have these extreme views like this, and it's like they'll make sure he gets in somewhere. It's not gonna be nowhere they gonna be at the top. We'll get you a little side gig for about a two year window, buddy. Then you'll be back in Marvel's Good Graces or something. But after this shit, I'm trying to see what black people gonna be rocking with him.
He could have been the next Denzel, the next Will.
They were saying in Sinners, well, maybe it was a rumor, but allegedly it's supposed to be him and Michael B. Jordan in the film. Now that would have been some heat. Him and Michael B. Jordan in Sinners.
Michael B. said, "Nah, nigga, we heard you with Ben. I'll do this shit myself.
I'll play
both of them
3 times. Facts. I'll play myself, Ryan. It's cool. We don't need that bullshit."
I mean, none of that negative publicity. We try with some awards over here. This nigga's trying to fuck us up.
This is a move where it's like you can tell. Well, let me not say you can tell. It just seems like he didn't have a mentor as like a brother or something that told him maybe you shouldn't go this route. Like if I'm an actor of Jonathan Majors caliber, I'm pretty sure I could reach out to somebody like a Lawrence Fishburne, a Forrest Whitaker, a Denzel. It's like, you know what, I'm thinking about this movie, and it's like, you know what, that's gonna have a little stain on your career moving forward.
He could have talked to Will Smith. Hey, they both was in some very aggressive situations.
Yeah, but Will Smith came back and played a slave in Emancipation. So he might have talked to Will Smith.
Will, how do I get out the situation, dog?
Double down.
I understand you had to deal with the G.I. Jane joke, but how do I get out of this situation with this white woman?
Double the fuck down.
Get back in their good graces.
This shit is crazy. I just can't believe we really watched this nigga in a Ben Shapiro trailer playing a fucking ex-Delta Force nigga.
Who the fuck really
Literally
got
Gerard Butler.
What?
He
I
literally.
don't even know what day. Fuck that day.
I know what it was. Hold on. This movie has Gerard Butler all over it when it comes to like the Olympus Has Fallen, like playing that G.I. Joe type of dude. He probably wasn't available. They said, you know what, let's get Jonathan Majors in here.
It'll be, you know what, guys? It'll be even better if it's a black guy.
That's probably what they said. If we use a black, yeah, that'll really do it. Show that there's a black on our side, because I'm pretty sure they probably sent this script to they probably did send this script to somebody like Chris Pratt.
We have black friends.
Somebody white. Yeah, this is the black friend.
We have black friends. They're patriotic. Why not use one? You know?
Yeah, but they said we need somebody who's down there.
They looked at it. It was like, we know we can get the white people, but we know the black folk can't. You know what? We'll take one of their people. We'll rope them in.
Bro, because what white dude would do this to his career right now?
What is the Japanese version of committing
Seppuku?
Seppuku.
This nigga is committing seppuku for his whole career. His shit is I don't wish this upon him, but it was like he's going scorched earth.
How come none of them British niggas was available for this? Now
y'all because they got picked up in Black Panther.
Bruh, so all of a sudden it's British niggas playing U.S. soldiers, all this other shit, and then for this, when they got their time to shine, no.
They went through the whole list. Let's try and contact John David Washington, see if he's available. Nick Cannon? No, not good enough. Not good enough. Oh, I know somebody who's in a pickle right now. Hit up JM. He ain't got that Disney Marvel money no more. He's probably pissed at them. So you know what he's about to do? Reverse course. In the most destructive way possible.
And I know this movie gonna be bad.
Hold on. What do y'all give it? Rotten Tomatoes 0 to 100%. What is Rotten Tomatoes gonna give this?
Rotten Tomatoes gonna get flooded by Nick, bro. Rotten Tomatoes gonna get flooded by people that was his supporters and gonna be like, this is probably the worst bullshit I've ever. Nigga, I'm gonna leave a review. I'm not even gonna watch it.
I don't even think it's that big enough for it to reach Rotten Tomatoes.
Everything reaches Rotten Tomatoes.
It said premieres that they give it. I'd be surprised if it gets out to single digits. To be honest with you,
I give it 30%.
30, yeah.
I was gonna say 28% because I'm telling you, as soon as this joint hits, and think of it, how many of these movie reviewers? Well, you do have a lot of movie reviewers that do think this way, but when you talking about fans, bro, like these people that this movie is for do not show up for the shit that's really for them. Like the Sydney Sweeney, she's on this type of shit. They don't show up for her movies. They definitely not about to show up for a black.
Hold up. Let's take it further. Which is going to be higher, the critic score or the user score?
The critic score might be higher.
Critic score might be higher. Yeah, it might be higher.
Them critics going to be like, this is our type of movie.
Nah, but I can't say that. Them niggas with them tiki torches, when it's time to pull up and support, them niggas low-key be supporting.
Well, I'm just saying, they're going to support because he is taking down the... I'm not going to say it. I'm not. Nope.
And the movie presents him as like a hero. And I feel like they probably, and I feel like both reviews are going to be low because they most likely would have wanted one of their own to be a hero, one of their own to send this message.
Oh no, both of them going to be very low. But the question is, which one's going to be higher than the other? Both of them going to be low.
Because you think about it, somebody like a Jeremy Renner, somebody like a what's that big dude name that played Reacher?
Alan Ritchson.
If Alan Ritchson had this role, they would be in the streets having a parade. Big old burly white man playing.
Especially Alan.
Come on, a Delta Force operative, and he's retired. He talking shit about these Islams. Come on, when they see big old largemouth bass lip Jonathan Majors, they like, oh no, not one of them playing our heroes.
That's not my hero.
You see, they already mad about Captain America. They don't want this fucking tiki head nigga being no Delta Force operative. So they gonna be mad. They gonna like the message. They not gonna like who it's coming from. So I don't know what Ben Shapiro was.
You nigga on Twitter, I was really vibing with this film, but you know what kept taking me out? Seeing this fucking nigga on the screen.
Hearing this ape open up his mouth.
Yeah.
They gonna do him in the reviews, bruh.
You know, he gonna have to get spanked. He just gotta get spanked at this point. And hopefully this opens up his eyes. Cause then he like, this was a terrible decision. It won't.
They gonna be like, hey buddy, we're gonna have to do a Django Part 2.
You wanna know what's crazy?
We're gonna need you to do a Django Part 2, and you're playing. You're not gonna be a new Django.
But this time you don't win, nigga. You lose.
Have y'all watched One Spoon of Chocolate, that RZA film?
No.
With Shameik Moore. It talks about like this one dude that got in trouble, but he's on parole. He stays with his cousin, who kind of lives in this one shady area that's kind of ran by these group of dudes of a lighter hue, of the Mayo sapien kind. And they try and run stuff, and he pretty much like, I don't care who you are. He's like some black militant that knows martial arts. And it got to the point where he was taking down all the white racist cops in this one house.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
You muted yourself. You're muted.
Yeah, you're muted, T.
I know I'm muted. I'm doing it this way. So
I thought you said one chocolate spoon.
One spoonful of chocolate. One spoon of chocolate. As you can see, user scores like this better than the critics. It might flip for this movie. I think the critics gonna like it, but the users gonna be like, nah, man.
I guarantee you, nobody gonna like this Jonathan Majors shit.
Nah, yeah, them critics.
So you thinking this movie is gonna do better? It's gonna do worse than this movie?
Yeah.
Yo, these scores are pretty high for a movie with this bullshit title.
Yeah.
Well, it's because of the RZA. That's why the user scores is gonna win.
Who the fuck is RZA?
The RZA, the Drizza, the ODB, like the Wu-Tang.
Oh, I'm thinking this is a studio.
Yeah, no. So you know how the RZA did the Man with the Iron Fist?
Nope.
What?
Yeah, I saw that.
Nah, it's a dope martial arts flick.
Yeah,
it's a dope martial arts flick.
I heard of it, but I never seen it.
Of course.
Check it out. I would say check it out.
Whatever it is, RZA got it. A lot of niggas love RZA. They could be like, we could bypass this. Jonathan Majors, you don't had too many fumbles at this point, nigga. Too many fumbles. You get a 3 fumbles, you get a W. Make it good. All right, hey, clap it up for that nigga. Magazine Dreams. Hey, okay, clap it up for that nigga. Daily Wire, all the way back down. All the way back down.
Going to what Nino said, like, bro, Magazine Dreams and like indie studio. You could have just 100% stay in like a regular, non-controversial indie studio.
Like, what the fuck?
Been like worked your way back. Honestly, too, the way that indie studio's been shooting, Obsession, if I'm not mistaken, was an indie studio.
Yeah.
Like, bro, the way they've been hitting lately. This go back to the very first podcast we did. And I told y'all, it's something about him. I told y'all.
You did.
Something
You did. You got
about
it.
this man, bro.
You got it.
I don't know. I saw this GQ interview with him, and I was like,
it was them poses he was doing.
yeah, bro. I was like, something ain't right. Like, I don't know. And I felt like, you know that part of yourself where it's like, man, I must be hating. Like, I really don't want to hate on him. And I feel like I'm hating right now. But I couldn't scratch the itch.
It's rightful hate.
It was gotta go with your instincts.
Yeah.
Totally right.
Early hate.
Bro, because it's like, the Nino point, like, what did anybody, it's African Americans that's Muslim. Like, what did they do to you? It wasn't anybody. When you was at your lowest, it was an African American woman who was by your side. Like, and the opposite was the one persecuting you in this case. What makes you go, you know what? Let me double down. Maybe they take me back. That's how he thinks. Something ain't right in his brain.
And that's exactly it. Maybe they take me back. He wanted them self-hating niggas.
It wasn't even just Megan either. If you ask a lot of niggas to this day, do you think that Disney did right by Jonathan Majors? A lot of niggas is gonna be like, hell no.
Yeah.
Hell no. So he had the backing of a lot of black people too. It's just like the biggest slap in the face. Nigga, you didn't read this script and immediately spit on this hoe.
He gonna be like, yeah, he going. I don't see a way. What would after this movie? It's not even like this is a grouping of movies where they like genre of movies where they come out with films like every year that's possibly gonna make it to the silver screen.
Yeah.
This is a once in a blue moon type of. I mean, I know they had different things like it was, remember that one movie it came out, I believe last year, like early last year, where it was like the world something had happened to the world, and then they had the militant soldier dudes.
Yeah. In like a Civil War movie in the US.
Yeah, yep, that one. So I know they did that, but it's not like this. I give you an example. It's like Sharknado. Sharknado came out. It had his little cult following. People saw it. People would go to the movies to see it, but it couldn't sustain itself. And it was a couple of movies like Sharknado that came out. It was like 2 or 3 different movies that was like that because it had got this little uptick. Right now, this is probably a right-wing uptick for this content, but it won't last. So it's like, what is he going to do after this? Nobody gonna really care. They already didn't care. Now they really aren't gonna care. And it's sad because he really can't act. That's like the saddest part of it. He can actually act. It's like, bro, you should be doing movies and you killing it. Something ain't right with him.
You said something. I was just about to say something that you brought up a great point. Fuck. I don't know what I was about to say. Damn. It was before you said the Sharknado joint.
With the these movies only, like, what is he gonna do after?
I think it might come back to me later though, but
okay.
I'm just really not. I'm really just not understanding this nigga's thought process.
Yeah.
Seems like he just didn't have it. For all that money for that nigga to have, he has a god awful team.
And I think he really might be where he want to be though.
I do too.
I can't because like when Niall said I don't really like this dude or trust him. I thought him being with Megan Good and all of that black love, lovey-dovey, that was fast. That was hella performative. Yeah, that was hella performative. But who was he dating before Megan Good? A lot of men got a type. A lot of men got their type. You like black, you like Asian, you like tan skin, brown skin, light skin, big, skinny, tall, short. Your preference. Come on, nigga. Wasn't no black woman at first.
And it was the same thing.
He got to scratch that itch.
Before that, the history is there for it. Went to NYU. Lot probably was being You know how it goes.
So, supposedly he was being abusive back then too.
And this is what I was gonna say. How the hell you got Islam terrorists on a college campus when people that shooting up schools are always white boys?
It would exactly. It don't even.
That shit don't even make.
You know who it placate to.
Bro, really think about this. Every time we hear a school shooting, it's somebody white. The last time we've heard of anybody of any Middle Eastern descent do anything was the Twin Towers incident over 20 years ago.
Yeah, but you know how this.
And now y'all got a movie talking about they gonna take over this country through the womb. But that don't sound like it's by force, nigga.
Niggas.
What are we talking? Yo, Jonathan Majors, bro.
Niggas mad. Their birth rate is declining while everybody else is you know what I mean? But that's a conversation for a different day, probably on a different pod.
Yo, really? Real quick?
Too.
Go ahead.
Well, I was just gonna say I doubled down on the point that Nino made, because after Magazine Dreams, you really can't convince me that an indie studio, just a normal indie studio, would not have taken him. Like, you can't convince me that. I think he would have smoked. There would have been 5 or 6 movies over the next 5 years where they would have said, we need a high caliber actor who isn't going to cost a lot of money. And he could fill that. There's no way he wasn't going to be able to fill that void.
We talking about A24. They on a heater right now. He could have. I know they got something in the pipeline that they're working on.
It's 2 things. That new movie that's coming out with that MMA dude from Colombia. His name is Alex or something. He's playing a revived army soldier. They talking about there's soldiers that you can revive and they're killed machines. Jonathan Majors would have killed in a role like that.
Yep.
You ain't got to talk. You could have had your little flashback scenes where you talking. But this one,
he could have been in the Alan Richardson role where that Netflix movie that he just dropped. It probably would have been a little bit better. Alan Richardson is a good actor, but I feel like if Jonathan Majors was in there, it probably would have been just a little bit better.
And with that Daniel Kaluuya dude, we ain't seen him in years. Jonathan Majors could have been on not Jordan Poole. Jordan Peele's, he could have been on his right hip. I'm here, nigga, when you need me.
And the diversity, that's the other part to it is he clearly has demonstrated he can do he has a very diverse acting bag. Bro, you got to trust in your talent. You got to just say I'm not going to necessarily get the paychecks that I normally get, but it's not going to be long. I'm very talented. All I got to do is take these indie roles, whatever they throw at me, I can do. And he genuinely, that's what's so sad about it, bro. He genuinely is one of those people where it's if you tell me, before all of this happened, if you say Jonathan Majors doing a drama, you're not going to bat an eye at that. If you say Jonathan Majors doing a horror movie, you're not going to bat an eye at that. If you say Jonathan Majors doing a horror or a action movie, you're not going to bat an eye at that. He got such a diverse bag. It's why would you do something that's just, it's going to hurt it?
Bro, these 3 people, I was going to say, these 3 people could have easily got him back on his feet if he just took some smaller roles. Issa Rae.
Yep.
Shorty that does the Abbott Elementary.
Spike Lee.
He has so many choices.
How you make
that's foaming at the mouth trying to get somebody on his caliber. He's no, I need to work for these small hats.
How did you do
if you was going to do something
Country?
like low tier that's unimpressive, he could have did a Tyler Perry movie.
Are we going to get flagged for me saying that?
What?
Never mind.
Okay.
How did you do fucking Lovecraft Country to turn around and do this? After all of the things that they were talking about in what was it? It was a pre-civil rights America, or right around civil rights, if I'm not mistaken. I'm pretty sure it was probably pre.
I think it was pre.
I thought it was pre. How you?
Yeah.
Nah, man. Before we go on a tangent, let's X this nigga officially. We gotta come up. I was just thinking about it. I gotta come up with a graphic for the question of the day, so it pop up in the honorable mentions. But another graphic, cut this nigga out our lives indefinitely. Jonathan Majors, you are officially excommunicated from the delegation of black folks. You have fucked up one too many times, brother. One too many times for us to count. And I think we're sick and tired of your bullshit. Could have came back and did came. God, like, just messing up opportunities. All right.
Now he gonna have to speak for it too. That's the other part. Let's say somebody else
not.
give him a if somebody else give you another role, let's say just somebody's like, okay, this is Hollywood. It is Hollywood, and I'll leave it at that.
He being enabled as we speak.
You know that his interview response would be a nail in the coffin, even if he got another chance. It's like all this man know how to do is squander opportunities for himself. That's like all he know how to do.
It'd be the craziest joint if he would go on an epic run after this.
Yeah, he might.
He would just shoot himself in his own foot. It would be at some point, you know, it's happening because it's happened already enough where it's like, yeah, bro, you don't got. I don't know. He just don't got a good team. One of y'all said that before I had to reconnect. It really doesn't feel like he has a good team around him. Even the cleanup after everything happened with the abuse and whatnot, he didn't really get behind it the way that he should have. Especially in the climate we live in. He didn't do that right, and that speaks to your team. Now your team got you doing this, or you got a new team, and the new team got you doing this. That speaks to your judgment. Shame. It's sad.
Shame. Boo this, somebody boo this man.
Boo this nigga.
It's shameful, bro. Sad.
Oh man. just don't get it. All right, let's get into this question of the day. We're making some good time. D, I think you came up with this question. I did put it in the notes. I don't think I got it word for word, but I think I got the subject matter of what you was talking about. I don't know if you want to ask it though.
No, go ahead.
Do you think live action anime will ever reach the level that live action comics are at right now?
Man, that's a good question. Oh, I will say this. I definitely want to see that before I leave this planet. That would be nice. I just think, so it's kind of multiple problems as to why anime can. The first one, y'all gonna be like, okay, that make a lot of sense.
Fan?
No, promiscuity.
Oh yeah. The fanfare, yeah. You can't sell it the same way. Like if you look at Marvel, even if you look at Marvel is probably a bad example of this because they put everybody in almost like militant clothes. It's like down to every single person. They got on something that's like, it's not spandex. It's like army fatigue pants just with superhero costumes on it. The better example in this case would be to look at like DC. Even with DC though, like Wonder Woman, even a Supergirl, like they do it in a way where it's like there's a level of modesty to it. With anime, it's like granted, One Piece is doing a pretty good job of it, but that's where it kind of had an American oversight. Could you have that same American oversight and let this be something where it would be coming from a Japanese lead or direction and it still be successful? Because we have instances where it's worked like One Piece, but then we also have instances where it's been some of the worst cinema we have ever seen in our lives, such as Dragon Ball Evolution.
Boy,
so
don't bring that shit up.
It's, so it's one of those things where it's like, I don't know if there's a formula that can come out of it for that, sure, because you can't just give it to a Japanese studio, literally just for their interest alone. What works in Japan is not going to fly here in America.
And I kind of had a different thought. I thought it would only work with a Japanese studio. Because you give this shit to, God forbid, you give a Hunter x Hunter to a Michael Bay,
Yeah, it's
You got
cooked.
fucking John Bernthal type cast is gone. You're like, what the fuck are we doing here?
You're not wrong. You're absolutely right.
And it's like these different liberties that we take in America. Like, and I get what you're saying, the promiscuity, because Olivia Munn said she had to fight Marvel Studios, well, Fox Studios at the time, so she could dress in her Psylocke outfit. She was like, I want to wear this. I don't want to wear pants. Like, I don't want to wear what the rest of everyone else wears. I want the comic suit. And she was like, my ass wasn't even out, but it was just too revealing at the time. And when you're talking about anime, it's like some animes, if they're taking like this can't be like a 300 style movie. Because that's when you talk about all type of promiscuity. But I do think if one hits and they're being a little bit promiscuous and taking different liberties, I think they'll be like, okay, we can start doing this. They'll have to be rated R. Like the action is there. We got directors that can do the action and fulfill that for sure. But it's really capturing that story. Like a lot of the directors that are action directors, they'll probably, because a lot of people here that don't really tap into anime as much are going to think of it as cartoon and full of action. But when you watch anime, there's always a reason for the action. I mean, even in comics too, but it's like sometimes in comics you read, you're like, okay, did they really have to do that? But in anime, you're like, oh yeah, this needed to happen. They needed to get hands put on them. So are we going to be able to develop these stories and have these different beats where, okay, this fight is going to make sense tonally, it's going to have this emotional impact on the character? Because that's why I was thinking only a Japanese studio can do it. But like you saying, culturally, they would probably go full risque with it. As with America, they go you gonna have some pushback from real anime fans if they do any anime and they like, oh yeah, we got this shorty covered up, no cleavage. You're gonna be like, all right, well, this is
like totally different outfit from what you accustomed to seeing too. It's they just telling you that character is who that character is.
Because we don't want to do a Sailor Moon movie with Margot Robbie in a fucking space.
It wouldn't right. Exactly. It would defeat the entire purpose of the Sailor Moon aesthetic and that magical girl. That's like the whole thing of it. That's such a great example to use because that is so a part of Sailor Moon. It's the magical girl anime. So it's like Dragon Ball Z for shonen action. You would not be at the liberty of doing that many changes with that. But then at the same time, you can't have no movie like that running across middle America. You can't.
And then you think about it casting wise, like anime, I think I read something where the characters are supposed to be based on cats. Do I have that right? I probably don't.
Be. Honestly, I don't know. I've been trying to figure out what the characters or what aesthetic the characters have been trying to be based on I've been watching stuff for 20 years and I still don't know the answer.
Because location wise, they in Japan. Feature wise, they in Boston.
Right.
I'm like, why is the main character in Tokyo look like an adolescent high school boy from Boston?
I don't know.
Why is the main love interest blonde hair, blue eyes, and they in Tokyo?
I have no clue. Didn't they be speaking Japanese? It's like
so. Then when you get into a live action casting, it's like, okay, we gonna cast this person, but it's like, they kind of look white. They don't look Asian in the anime.
That's what they would look. They would. It would be, to your point, it would be like the Sydney Sweeneys of the world that would be casted for a lot of anime.
And I feel like if you're not really an anime person, like you're an actor and say, oh, I watch anime, you have to get the voice and the cadence and things down right, because I'm not trying to hear you talking an American accent and you acting like an American cheat. This isn't Bring It On.
Right.
This is, y'all don't realize this shit is bigger than that.
Yeah.
This is like, no, like think of the cultural impact that something like this will have. Like imagine you got served with, okay, no, because some Asian niggas probably would have tore that movie up. But imagine like, oh, we're going to do a movie with B2K, but we're going to make them Asian. It's like, oh, but that's not what we was going for.
Right. And then like to your point, even if the characters have that aesthetic, they're based in Japan, ancient Japan, and we're not even just talking like when we say Japan, it's not like we just mean like modern day Tokyo. We talking like
feudal Japan.
Yeah, yes, like you can't have like you telling me we're gonna have Sydney Sweeney and feudal Japan. It'll start to feel like a parody. As Tsunade, right? Pouring the tea on the mat, doing all of the proper etiquette that we saw in Samurai Jack to pour some tea in ancient feudal Japan. Sydney Sweeney about to do all of that.
And I feel like we have the Japanese, or let me not even say Japanese. There's some Asian actors and actresses that will be great for these roles. Now I don't know their names, so I'm not going to try to pronounce them and butcher them. But there's Asian characters we use as side characters in American movies where you're like, that person did their thing. Like they should have their own movie. Not saying they only have to be relegated towards anime, but it's like if you do that movie, they have to be Asian. And now I'm thinking about it, we got comic book movies that work because majority of the characters that are main characters are white. If we're being real.
The funny part too is I was just about to ask you off the basis of that. If those characters aren't Japanese, do you think the same people who have outrage over the characters' colors being changed and all of the little things that happen, like the idea of Sam Wilson as Captain America and the outrage that comes behind it, do you think they would have the same outrage?
Oh yeah.
If you had Sydney Sweeney, I'm with Nino. I don't think so.
If if you talk about people like them Nerdrotics or them
they love that Gooner bait.
Let them hear Sydney Sweeney and fucking Amanda Seyfried and Margot Robbie starring in a fucking Totally Spy show or something.
They gonna be the first niggas at the door
with a bottle of lotion in their back pocket.
That's where the hypocrisy, and that's the thing about it is like we black men, and even we have enough integrity for anime just as a whole to say, you know, this is something where it should really be rooted and grounded in Japanese culture and Japanese actors, and you should try to find the ones that can make the right choice. That's the funny. I hope when this Naruto movie come out, if we see some of this stuff, that we don't see that outrage, and we can come back on this podcast and be like, where was the cry out of Naruto being Japanese or Sasuke being Japanese? Where's the outcry for that? I want to absolutely do that, because I do think I hate hypocrisy like that.
Because even if color didn't matter, like, I mean, at this point, if they do cast somebody, like, what I'm even thinking of actors. The actors I'm thinking about that would even star in an anime joint would be black people. And I feel like they would do it more justice than the white dudes. And I say that because you think of a nigga like a Shameik Moore, as weird as he is. You think of Lakeith Stanfield. You think of dudes like that, and you give them an anime movie, you be like, oh, yeah, this is kind of what they was made for. Not color-wise.
Michael B. Jordan.
Right.
Like, tell me right now you can't see Lakeith Stanfield with a fucking samurai hat on and a sword on.
Afro samurai.
One of them niggas could be Killer B.
Come on, bro.
Right.
But like how you saying, Niall? I feel like if we do an anime movie, it'll be so Americanized to the point they're like, no, we don't even want Asians in it. Yes, this is in 1545 before the Great Wall of China. We don't want no Asians in this movie.
I'm really curious. Because it seems like One Piece has kind of gotten the casting down for the most part for their live action. So I think that's kind of like a turn in the right direction. And I'm curious about how DDC, Destin Daniel Cretton, does on this Naruto live action adaptation. If he can somehow, some way knock it out the park, it's just hard in that live action anime because there's so much in the anime that they're just able to do, and I feel like it's a lot cheaper in comparison of trying to emulate that in a live action format with all the CGI and all the shit that it takes in order to pull off something of that scale.
Yeah, it's gonna have to take that, and that's a great point that you brought up. Is like the feats that happen in anime they aren't always the like smoothest thing to be done. You know, a Kamehameha, I'll give you that. Something like Hunter, they probably, you know, you could probably get a lot of this stuff translated from a series like that.
Yeah, rock paper scissors.
Yeah, you know, it's not. We even if we go to the poor man Rose though, T, it's just a nuclear bomb.
Pretty much.
So you know what I mean. So it's like yeah, there's some that work, but then if you were to go to like,
how you gonna show Donzo and it not be cheesy?
Yeah,
or like the puppets,
right? Or even like, and that's where again, to you, I do agree with you. I'm very curious to see exactly how all of this plays out with DDC and Naruto, because Naruto is a great example of where it is extremely harder. How do you make a Susanoo not look cheesy? How do you make Kurama not look cheesy? It's so many instances of that, right? You know, how do you? Literally, even like Shikamaru's shadow thing, like it's not that it's necessary. It's just they put a lot of emphasis behind how exactly a lot of it looks in the anime. So it's like how you translate that. At some point, they just got to get creative. That's why I'm really glad that DDC is doing this, because I think that he really has a mind for being creative. So he might find different ways of showing us things that we wouldn't have necessarily seen in the anime. And if it works, then that might be able to set kind of like the blueprint for how we go about anime in the future.
T, how you feeling?
I'm gonna be honest, I kind of spaced out because I was thinking about something that occurred that was dealing with the movie Obsession and Halloween Horror Nights at Universal and how people are taking it. But what was the what was we talking about again? My apologies.
Do you think live action anime will ever reach live action comics?
No.
Stature.
No. The only good one out right now is One Piece. No.
I think there's an opportunity eventually.
No, there's no opportunity. No, they Rurouni Kenshin, trash. Yu Yu Hakusho, trash. Season 2 of Avatar: The Last Airbender, trash.
But those are, but you think about it, T. I mean, like down, not like next year, but like down the line. Because before we had them trash ass Fantastic Four films.
I stand by it. Nope, anime, keep it anime. The only one that because here's the thing, One Piece did it right by letting Oda work with them. Yu Yu Hakusho didn't have the original author working with them. Did not, because if that was the case, it would not have been that crappy as it was when it was released. They would have never shoved everything in 5 episodes, 70 episodes in 5 episodes. No.
We was talking about the CGI, the amount of CGI it would take.
Even with the CGI, I don't care. No, the story would be diminished with a lot of these animes when they try to make them live action.
Hold on, we were saying that it would just be a lot of money. Can you imagine if they tried to do a JJK live action?
Nope.
That
still be trash.
A Billy easy.
It'll be trash.
A Billy easy.
It'll be trash.
Nigga, that first Black Flash on the screen.
It'll be trash.
Nigga, Sakuna and Shibuya.
Okay. And y'all gonna be utterly disappointed. They better not do JJK.
You give JJK to a Zack Snyder, give Bill Skarsgård to Sakuna.
Slow motion it?
No. No.
Ooh-wee. That might be a little crazy.
He said, "Do not fuck with my anime."
Please do not. But I do want to see your thoughts on this thing. I'm sorry I had spaced out on it, but Halloween Horror Nights, the director that does the whole thing really loved the movie Obsession. Like, he just recently watched it, so they didn't have time to make like a scare zone for it. But what they said was, Nikki will be like a walk around, like they're gonna have like their own Nikki walking around, like scaring people and stuff. And they said, "Oh, will you be her next obsession and everything?" Blah 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 blah. And a lot of people have been up in arms about it, saying that, "Oh, you're celebrating like essay and everything from that movie by utilizing Nikki. Nikki's not the victim. You should have Bear out there walking around. People are really reaching with this when there's other things that we as audience have celebrated for years, and this is your window to actually say something's not right, to be in Halloween Horror Nights, in a sense where we've celebrated Freddy Krueger, literally a child predator. We've celebrated Exorcist, which is a 12-year-old doing a lot of obscenities who was possessed. But this is your window to actually say something. Honestly, I'm fine with it because Nikki, we know she's a victim, but she was doing scary stuff. So you have her walk around doing scary stuff. But you're found a window to finally have a moment to say, no, this is wrong. You shouldn't be doing that. This is celebrating SA and everything that she went through. Bear should be the one walking around the scare zone. Bear's not scary. Scary after the wish was made.
I beg to differ.
So you're telling me if you're walking around the scare zone, Bear's gonna scare you?
The scare zone?
It's like they have these things before you go to the next haunted house. You walk through these scare zones, and like
I want to have obsession in something like that in the first place, personally.
Yeah.
Why is that?
It wasn't. It was more of a. It was horror, but it was horror more in a thriller and grotesque kind of way.
I understand that, but people. But the thing is, they're not having an obsession house. They're just taking Nikki and just having her walk around, scare people.
I still don't
get it that way.
I think the kids from that other movie was scarier than that. Not even scary, but like
the weapons,
monsters,
weapons. Have
no. I get that. But the whole thing is like the director, the person that runs Halloween Horror Nights, really enjoyed the movie Obsession. But it's the fact that people are like, no, this is like celebrating SA and she's a victim. She shouldn't be a character walking around.
I get what you're saying.
That's what I'm saying. Like, honestly, I could care have walking around the scare zone, but it's like you guys find one thing and try and run with it now, but look at the other things that you're okay with in horror.
I do understand what you're saying. Is the fact of the matter is, if they were going to use anybody in Obsession, the character who presented the most fear in the sense of like traditional movie fear, it would have been Nikki.
Mm-hmm.
The idea of what she was doing with the cat, the idea of
the brick,
the twitching and whatnot, right? The brick and the everything with that. I do understand that. I just don't think that this movie really demonstrates something that would make sense in like a haunted. Even if you like the movie, there isn't anything about this particular movie where I would go, yeah, that's an element that needs to be in a haunted house.
Yeah.
But it's not. But that's the thing. It's not. So here's the thing, though. What I'm getting at is she's not being used as a haunted house. They're not summarizing it because they have a Sinner's house, they have a Hellraiser house, they have I forgot what other houses they have, but they're using Nikki as just like a person walking around scaring people, like when they're walking through stuff before they get to the next haunted house. They have like different scare zones, different shows and stuff, but the scare zones you just walking through and they got characters just trying to scare you. Like they're gonna have Art the Clown walking around trying to scare people.
It's not the biggest thing in the world for me to complain about, for the point that you said people are complaining about. I don't understand, like, okay, if we absolutely have to have Obsession, yeah, I think if you put a brick in Nikki's hand and have her in a corner of the room, I'm gonna be like, all right.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's what they're probably going to use the character for. That's what I'm saying. But the whole thing is, like, people are like reaching. Oh, she's the victim. But I understand she's a victim, but she, like you said, now she portrayed the elements of some type of horror, even though it wasn't really truly horror. That's gonna make people like weird out, creeped out, and all that other stuff. That's what you're trying to go for when people are walking through the scare zones, getting to the next haunted house. But
I do agree. Bear wouldn't serve the same.
No, he would not.
as Nikki in that regard.
No.
But Bear was like in all contexts of the
I
story.
know.
I do agree.
He was. He
Bear
was.
He is the monster.
But he's not scary though. That's what I'm saying. He's not. He doesn't portray that. Because honestly, if I'm walking through a scare zone and Nikki say, "Why don't you love me more than I love you?" and she starts following me into the next zone, I'm gonna get creeped out.
I'm not.
Oh, you gonna let her truly be your obsession? You know?
Yeah.
You gonna let her hug up on you?
I don't think she should be in no damn scare. She should be.
Personally, that's my ultimate stance.
I felt like the granny from Weapons looked. I feel like scare got to be a look. Like obsession. She was a cute girl that was obsessed. You feel what I'm saying? Like it might be like annoying, but it's like you don't have like, busted lips and blood coming out your eyes and shit like that or nothing like that. So I wouldn't even have nobody from Obsession in a scary house.
Art the Clown. I mean, we can name like 20 that should be in that.
I understand that, but she's just one of many characters that they have in the scare zone. It's just they just adding her. That's it. But my whole thing is just people have been on uproar about that, and it's like you're reaching.
Yeah, but you know
people gonna bitch.
Yeah.
Of course they are. But that was my side note. I apologize for taking over for a moment.
All right. In the main topics, I don't even know if I want to talk about this GTA 6 bullshit. If you haven't been on,
is there more?
If you haven't been under a rock, wait, nope. Do not say anything to that nigga. Do not say anything.
It's
to
a
that
video.
It's a 25-second video.
I just want to get his reaction to what they trying to pull off.
Oh, this thing on Netflix.
You just wanted to be pissed off.
It's stupid.
You just wanted to be pissed off.
These niggas think we Jonathan Majors. They think we don't got a working mind.
Bruh. I understand. Here's the thing. I am a Netflix subscriber, and I'm still not gonna watch that. I'm good. I'm good. Because literally, y'all just trying to you gonna have people just wanting to spend the $25 just for the daggone month, or even do this. They might not even give it to the people that get with ads, the $7.99 oh my bad, $9.99 just for the month, just to watch the daggone trailer.
I feel like this shit not even gonna be as fun as GTA 5.
Honestly, at this point, I'm not even.
I don't even know if I want it.
Because you got.
I'm glad you said that, T.
I don't know if I want it. Here's the thing. I'm not getting Madden. I'm not getting NCAA because of the whole EA deal going down.
I respect that.
I am not I ain't gonna lie. It hurts the soul too because I keep looking at clips and stuff. But honestly, I never really played GTA 5 like that. I really didn't. GTA 6 does not interest me, and them doing all this paywall nonsense. Oh, no physical disc. Oh, now they're doing this nonsense with a trailer, a 2 to 3 minute trailer. For me to watch it early, I gotta pay for Netflix?
No gameplay.
It's just a trailer.
No gameplay?
No gameplay.
Just a trailer.
When does it come out? October?
November 19th. Literally the week before Thanksgiving.
Nigga, other game studios have never been able to do this shit. Never.
I'll be playing 2K27.
I'm glad you said that, because the point that I was gonna make is what sucks with Rockstar in this case is they've done so much to, in a way, alienate themselves from the gamer. The gamer cares about seeing the game. The gamer cares about physical media. The gamer is the person who's been playing games throughout their lives, like us on this podcast. What we care about is we nerds, bro. Like, we want to just know about how is this game going to be different from the next, and what things are going to be available to me, what specs is going to be at play that will make the game a better experience than the previous one. We nerds, bro. And it seemed like everything that they doing is geared. When they first announced it, it felt like they was still in the nerd bag. When they way back, which was 5 years ago now. Yep. It's like in that 5 years, they did everything to alienate themselves from the gamer, and that's the part that turned me so much away from them. It's like, and not saying that as somebody who ain't even been gaming real crazy in recent years. It's like I just am disgusted at the fact of it because I know that there's been people who been true to this, and you letting them down.
This shit is about to be on the next generation consoles, and there's people speculating that it won't even be able to run 60 frames per second. It's some people speculating that it might not even be able to keep at 30 frames per second. It might dip. For all of this shit that they're talking about that's in this game, people are talking. I think it was the folks at I believe it's Digital Foundry or something like that. Supposedly they hold a lot of weight in the game in regards to knowing the specs and how a game is going to run and all of that jazz. And they're saying that they don't see any possible way for it to reach 60 frames per second. We're in 2026, my brother. 2026, and your game
on a
can't
game
reach,
people spending $100 or more on.
Your AAA game can't reach 60 frames per second, my nigga. That's the bare minimum as of right now. The bare minimum.
You made me think about it too, because I was like, oh yeah, they do have another tier for the pricing. And then I just thought about it. You don't get the full game at the basic. That is the most insane. Again, slap in the face to the gamer. The not being able to hit 60 frames per second in 2026 for a gamer. It's like if we went to a movie and they said we're gonna shoot this movie in 720p and it's not even gonna be fit for 16 by 9 ratio. We're gonna shoot this in just some absurd ratio, or like IMAX for a non-IMAX fitted movie, or just something insane. You would be like, why are you doing this to the movie goer?
And why do you think we're gonna spend money to actually go see this shit?
And we're gonna charge you $50 per ticket for the movie. And if you want to see the trailer, right? And if you want to see the trailer, you got to pay another $25 to Amazon Prime. You would be like, I don't care about this movie no more. Like, everything in you would be like, nah, bro, this is the worst. They did everything to betray the movie goer. Meanwhile, you got people out here like Christopher Nolan who going out of his way to make sure that it's the most. You see, like, Rockstar is supposed to be like Christopher Nolan when it comes to what they give the gamer, and they're not, and that's insane. It's really crazy to me.
For the niggas, it's some niggas out there that's like, oh man, y'all just broke, man. You could just get a Netflix subscription.
For a trailer, like, and I feel like they've delayed this so much. They've delayed this so many times to the point where it's like, you want me to have a subscription to a service just so I can watch a trailer? The least you could do is put this shit out on YouTube at 6:30 before I go to work so I can watch it.
Making me realize a lot of niggas in our day and age got the mental fortitude of Jonathan Majors.
Yeah, because like you said, it is a lot of dudes. I see some stuff on Instagram like, y'all complaining about physical media, having it digital is better anyway. It's like, but it's not better. Just because
it's easier.
Yeah, it's easier, but it's like, if you want to, like, you going back to your stack of games, you get the 360 or the PS3 or the PS2, you're like, I want to play this now, I want to play this. And you can go back, I can go back to my PS3 from 10 years ago and play some shit. But now the fact that your account is, you ain't been on your account in a few years and they can just delete everything, that is not cool.
That's not cool. Yo, I'm starting to I was just talking to my uncle about this. I'm about to go back to Blu-rays and Ultra HD. Like, I'm going to start buying them. Okay. Because, well, here's the thing. I said I wanted to do it anyways, because one day my dream is to have like a theater, like just like a small theater type area in my house. It's just something that I really want at some point in my life. And I'm like, well, and my idea at first was very innocent. It was like, well, why don't I just start buying the Ultra HD and the Blu-ray combo? Like, right now they're not that bad. It's like, you get some for like 15, 20, 25 bucks. And then I started digging more into it. I started digging into how does the digital work when you get those, and exactly what's been happening. So it's through this thing called Movies Anywhere, and it's like, and then I started to see like what was happening with the contracts for Movies Anywhere, and then I started to look into how they just updated the price for the lifetime Plex server. And then I started to, you know about that one. And then I started to look at how PlayStation removed, or I shouldn't say PlayStation in this case, but Sony has voided contracts with studios and distributors that they've had in the past. And then I started to look at how other places are doing that. And it's like, bro, the way that is going, viewing a movie is going to become an ultra rich luxury.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to I'm starting to look at it now like maybe I need to get ahead of what's to come and just have my own library. Like I'm not saying that I wouldn't participate in like a Netflix or an Amazon in the future just because this is the direction that it's going, but I don't, if I could have the option and not necessarily have to have all of them, I'm starting to think that may end up be a better option for me because the industry around this wants me to get every single one of them. And it's really, really, they don't package deals very well with them. It's going to be, what happens when everybody is at $50? Netflix is already at what, 25?
For a month?
What happens for a month? What happens when all of them are at $50 and you can't share? Yeah.
Oh my God.
So when you're at that, what happens when they're all at that with no family sharing?
Artist cooked.
Yeah.
Like
poor niggas and middle class niggas, if there even is a middle class at that point in time,
right,
just won't be able to, like you said, now is gonna become a luxury, and niggas is gonna be talking about, oh, back in my day we used to be able to play games.
I'ma have
But think about this though, because my grandmother used to tell me she can go to watch the movie for 10 cents.
Yep.
She's like, yeah, when we was a kid, movies was only 10 cents. Now, granted, they wasn't no. And this, let me stop. This was during segregation, so niggas really ain't had we ain't really had no studio, so I guess they was 10 cents. But still, you go from 10 cents.
It was $2 still. I think my dad saw a $2 movie.
No, that's a fact. Growing up in the city, like, bro, you think about it. $17 for a Spider movie. God forbid I want a slushie.
Oh my gosh.
Nigga, I spent the other day, I bought a slushie, some Twizzlers, and a hot dog. I'm like, I'm Spider-Man. I want to enjoy myself.
Right.
$35.
I'm surprised it wasn't more, to be honest with you.
Honestly, yeah.
Y'all saying I got a good down here?
I think you actually did catch a deal. That'd be the price when I go on Tuesday.
Yeah. Oh!
I'm so serious. That's the Tuesday price right there. I'm like, hey, hold up.
No, that's not including my ticket though.
Oh yeah, okay. There you go.
Yeah,
okay. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah,
I'm thinking a slushie, a pack of Twizzlers, and a hot dog, $35
on top of the ticket. We get that up here probably no minimum, no less than $40.
It's only gonna get worse. Like, yo, I'm not. No, this is a little bit of a tangent, but it's really extending to all entertainment because I won't be able to go see a Bills game for 6 to 10 years.
Price
like,
is disgusting.
Easy. My uncle worked for Toshiba. Sorry, uncle, I'm putting your business out there, but they do the copiers they got a contract with the copiers for like the Bills.
Yeah.
So like, he was like, everybody gunning for, like we're gonna be gunning for to go work so we could actually experience this because on our average middle class realm, how can I afford to spend $400 for a Jets ticket?
Just the shittiest niggas.
For yeah, bro. Like, you gonna spend $400 for one ticket to see the Jets play, bro.
That's not even.
No offense to any of our Jets
having to pay for parking,
there, but like, you gotta understand, in Buffalo, that's one of our cheapest tickets. Historically, you could get a $35 ticket to a Jets game.
That and the Dolphins.
Yeah. And now you telling me we went from that to you added a $0?
Damn.
Disgusting.
And that ain't even a package.
Disgusting.
Even up as late as 2 years ago, I think I went to the game. We did this group package with a couple of people up here in Buffalo. I think the tickets total came up to like $800 for like 12 people, something like nice. One ticket is half that price that it
I
was for 12 people.
Oh, D, we couldn't hear you.
I said you was in the nosebleeds. Eight niggas. Well, 12 niggas for $800.
They was far back. It was one of them seats where you was standing on top of the chair, sitting on the edge. It wasn't great, but even if I wanted that seat in a new stadium, it'll be $400.
Or and you getting the blocked view too. I don't know if y'all seen the pictures.
Yeah, I've been seeing those. That's the block view all the way up is $400
you know how
for
pissed
one ticket.
Niggas dropping $400. You can see half
you
of
can
the
see
field.
to the 50-yard line.
Nigga, go back across the street. We building back Highmark Stadium, the old version, nigga. Fuck that shit.
Right. Y'all better play the game twice. Honestly, y'all playing that one.
Right.
Y'all playing that 1 and 4.
Right, this shit back tomorrow night. Yeah.
Monday night football every week.
I did not get my money's worth. I'll be damned. All right. So GTA 6. It looks like, hey guys. Hopefully T stays strong because we usually get games together. If I'm a firm no. If he just so ends up happens to coerce me, I might break.
Hey,
I might break.
The only way I break is if I get Madden first, and that's not happening.
Okay.
And I'm getting 2K. That's the
have it,
only sports game I'm getting.
We got it. What we got. I'm not gonna lie to you. There's so many out of respect to these studios that's putting in all of this effort to do all of these creative things. I'd rather go and get their games. And like like even Insomniac, like I just spend my time playing Wolverine. Or like maybe if I beat the game by that point, you know what I'm saying? Like, bro, they got all of these studios, they putting in work. I just rather go support them. And then you know what? If I run out of if it's April or May of next year and I feel bored and can't play a game, maybe then I'll get it.
So here's the thing. With me, if I pull the trigger on GTA, if I do, I'm gonna wait till GTA Online drops because even on day one, you don't get it. Don't get it. Yep. So what's the point of me playing?
You're smart.
I just seen a statement from one of the high ups at Rockstar. They said they're not even talking, not even thinking about Rockstar GTA Online as of yet.
Because when they do, it's gonna be rebuffed to have a lot of this crap done. Yeah.
So why not wait until that drops? I'm good. I got.
See how bad right.
And now we gotta sit here and deal with the same shit that they did before. Quick thing, and then we can move on. They did this bullshit with the last GTA where they released it on the console generation before,
PS3,
and then released it again on the next console generation, and then even released it again on the next console generation. You bitch ass niggas have gotten away with this shit for too long. I don't know how niggas was able to stand that shit.
Here's the thing. I give them this. It's not like they drop GTA every 2 years.
Yeah, but at this point, nah, nigga, y'all milking this shit a little too crazy.
Yeah, they went like greedy with it. Like they got obsessed with it.
Crazy. And that could be.
So I got a question. What's worse? Okay, I got one for you. What's worse? Them releasing GTA like over 3 consoles. It's the same game for 13 years before they just dropped another one. Or Last of Us the remake, Last of Us the remaster, Last of Us remaster to the remaster, and then Last of Us PC version. What's worse?
The Last of Us.
Yeah,
Thank you.
Last of Us.
It's definitely The Last of Us. Yeah, bro. It's not that, and to your point of that, like it's not just Rockstar. I know we bashing Rockstar right now, but it's not just Rockstar, bro.
It's all these companies.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I think indie gaming about to this is the time for y'all to come in and y'all just gotta say, look, yo, T, to the point of this too. I remember a couple months ago, you and I was talking about how the idea of the indie game studios is so much more expansive under PC.
Mm-hmm.
The idea of what's happening with consoles as well is pushing more people into saying like, you know what, if I'm having to do all this, I just need to go to PC.
Right.
So if I was an indie developer right now, I'm like, you need to get prepared for this. You could end up really making a name for yourself like Gambit. if you focus and try to capitalize on the state of it all right now.
The power's in their hands. Hopefully they do. So then
I
somebody could come in like a Saints Row and try and knock GTA off his plateau. Because that's all we need. All we need is more companies that's able to provide better competition in order to push, sadly enough, push these creators to do more for the gamers. And we get a better product in the process. Hopefully, you know. All right. We at an hour 30. I think this is going to be the last one. Because I'm pretty sure we're going to be yapping on this one. Alex Perez, if you don't know, he's from the Cosmic Circus. He usually has an inside in the comic live action realm, behind the scenes, all that jazz. So he has some tidbits for us. This is his Q&A part 1 for August, if I'm not mistaken. I know some of the things that he talks about in here we've talked about before, some of the problems that y'all might have, such as Monica Rambeau not showing up or other characters, and so on and so forth. And he actually does speak upon it. This one, I believe he got some good questions. I haven't been able to read all of it, but let's get through this real quick. Avengers Doomsday, Laser Gum. Do you know why Monica Rambeau hasn't been announced in anything for Doomsday and may not be in it, even though the Marvel's post-credit scene sets her up to be important? Alex Perez, there is no specific reason outside the possibility of wanting to keep some character secret. And you'd think that even with all the plot leaks and everything people keep talking about, the cat's out the bag. But the truth of the matter is there is a lot that isn't really out there yet for Avengers Doomsday regarding specific details, characters, or motivations. There are still some characters that are surprises for Doomsday, mainly around the third act. If you didn't know, Doomsday is also in the process, or they probably wrapped up recently reshoots for a lot of people are assuming is the third act, or even probably other parts. So we might get all of these things. But to refocus your question on Monica, even if she doesn't appear in Doomsday, the fact remains that she is one of a handful of people who can actually close a multiversal rift. That is a very useful skill going forward for the incoming incursions. The specific details I've heard about her character was focused on were interactions with Lashana Lynch's Maria Rambeau, binary variant from the X-Men universe, and her quantum bands. If I had to take an educated guess, based on the info I have heard, it would be that Monica and Maria are out and about together on a separate story while the events of Doomsday transpire. But I'm confident that we'll see both Tiana Paris and Lashana Lynch return for one, if not both Avengers outings.
That would be trash.
I could see them, like, because they got the multiple teams just like they did in Endgame, and I'm pretty sure in Infinity War too. I could see them having their own team and having their story at some point in time in like the third act or something like that. And then we get
two Monica Rambeaus.
Yeah, and we get the backstory for what happened there. What's been going on with Monica Rambeau, what they've been doing, and how their power could come in. I could see that. Because they already got a lot cooking in the kitchen right now. I'm not going to lie. I can go without seeing Tiana Parrish and Lashana Lynch going against Doom. Not to say that they're not capable. Not to say that they are not capable. But it just, when we in a playing field with chess pieces as big as Thor and Dr. Doom, I'm sorry.
No, I feel like that's the best place to have them, though, because you can't.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because if you saying chess pieces like Thor and Dr. Doom, it's like, then what the fuck is Yelena Belova gonna do?
I think their power is more so tied into like trying to stop the incursions from happening. That's why I think that they might be all four not fighting Doom too.
That makes sense, but I mean, having Thunderbolt niggas there, yeah, it's like, but she's the reason they're in that universe. If they even go to that universe, though, we don't even know.
Yeah,
and that's the sucky part.
A lot of it, I gotta see the movie. Like, it's to the point. I give you an example. I ain't even say the point. I'm already giving an example, but let me just say this part. I was really thinking about it when we were talking about the in our chat. We were talking about like Doom's witches and like the different people, like the different things that we seen. I like really at first I just kind of heard that and I was like, okay, yeah, that's cool. But like in terms of the story, I'm not gonna lie to you. I personally thought that this was gonna be a little like originally thought that this was all gonna be a little bit more in line with Hickman's story, where
Yeah.
it like the idea of they're having like they have a problem and they have to solve the problem, and Doom being more so something that they know is there, but don't exactly know how he plays into the problem will be a portion of the movie. But now with all of the stuff that we've gotten, I understand that that's not the case. So I just am really set on with the runtime that we have, with as much as it is unanswered or much as there's speculation or question or such. I really just I think I'm out of like any theories or guesses. Like I'm at the point now where I'm like, man, I just gotta see the movie, because I don't know. I don't even know how. If you ask me, based on what we've been getting, how we get the battle world at this point, there's nothing I can really say or even give in regards to it.
Yeah.
So how certain characters are used, if we don't see them used in a way that we think would be applicable, it just wouldn't shock me if somehow that's weaved into whatever we get in Secret Wars. I wouldn't be necessarily against that. Or like, if there might be characters where we don't even see them until it's time to save the day, and I know that that's not going to necessarily be the best answer that fans will want or will like to see, but it may, there's a chance that it could play out that way, where certain characters just rock that in that way. We know Spider-Man will, but we could justify Spider-Man because we just kind of got a little update with Spider-Man. But there may be characters who we don't get an update with that happens to be the case with, where we see them more in Secret Wars.
Alrighty. Raps fan. Can you name any characters in Doomsday that were not named in the chair reveal? Alex, there's a couple that still haven't been mentioned. A lot of them have already been revealed by scoopers and leaks, so they're out there already. But if I had to give you a couple of names that I haven't seen out there, there's a couple of Asgardians that are planning to answer Thor's call to arms, some of which we haven't seen since Thor Ragnarok and are very, very close with Thor, and I just think that's really neat. Calm Titan. Hey Alex, will the leader's message to Sam about the others protecting their own universes even be alluded to in Doomsday? Alex, yes, to my understanding, the leader saw the probabilities about the end of the world, and that's what he was telling Captain America about in the post-credit scene of Brave New World. I don't know why he asked that question.
Yeah, what the fuck?
Calm Titan, can you assure that Sam's role is bigger than it appears from the marketing? Now, that's a better question. Alex, Captain America will have a sizable role in Avengers Doomsday, and from what I heard, there will be a nice little scene for Sam that puts to rest any doubt about who owns the shield or who is Captain America in this movie. I'd love to hear that.
It's just
Somebody got something?
It's all how it's written, bro.
It's all speculative.
It's all, but no, what
I see it.
Like, don't get me wrong. I understand that that's the direction that the MCU has been trying to go with Sam Wilson as Captain America. But that's what I mean when I say like it plays into how the writing is done. You have to make that, you have to write that in a way where it can sell to fans on that. It's not the easiest thing in the world. They gotta just write that really well to make people feel that way, because they may feel that way, but that doesn't necessarily mean that we have to.
Yeah.
Mangalore. Hi, Alex. Were there originally plans for bigger roles for Carol, Monica, and Binary in Avengers Doomsday, as well as more Sam versus New Avengers conflict? Alex, movie isn't out yet. Relax. In Gala. Hey, Alex. Are the reports of Goblin and Doc Ock in the opening sequence of Doomsday true, or was it scrapped before they got to filming? Alex, I can confirm that the intent was to show Spider-Man in his rogue gallery fighting off against the X-Men in the opening sequence of the film. However, I don't know if they ever got the chance to bring the villains in for the sequence and just left it to Peter 2 alone. Because the thing is, if Peter 2 is busy entertaining Deadpool and Wolverine, who are the X-Men fighting? Interesting. Tyler Jones. Hey, Alex, does Tobey Maguire survive Doomsday and Secret Wars? Alex, that's a question best served for another time, but I can confirm from sources he's in both movies. Ooh-wee.
Wow.
Ooh-wee. Avengers Secret Wars. iCast05. Hey, Alex, hope you're doing well. Have you heard anything about what Marvel plans to do with Doctor Doom post Secret Wars? Alex, the same thing they do with all villains who play a huge role like this. Lock up in a vault somewhere, never to be mentioned or brought up again. In parentheses, it's a joke. In all honesty, I don't. But I do hope we see him again in the Fantastic Four sequel. I feel like that'd be a great time to bring him back too. It'd be a great time to bring him back. Laser Gum, is the Resistance team for Avengers Secret Wars going to have characters who were absent from Doomsday, like Tom Holland, Spider-Man, Vision, Star-Lord, Hulk, Wong, etc.? Alex, partially yes. There's a sort of hierarchy for the Resistance Avengers. There's the leaders, older established figures. There's the newbies, the younger heroes. And there's the never-before-seen characters. There's 3 at the moment. This group of allies is going to be divided into smaller groups, chasing different stories, sort of how the Avengers divided themselves in Endgame and went to different places to look for the stones.
Okay.
All right. This one, I just wanted to real quick, for like 2 minutes. They said there's 3 that we have never seen before. Ghost Rider has to be one of them, because I'm pretty sure that there was a leak saying that Ghost Rider was in Secret Wars. Do y'all know who might be the other 2, or y'all can say who y'all quick options are, and we ain't got to go into detail. Just let me know y'all options.
Blade.
Who y'all would want to see? Okay.
Blade.
Oh, that would be crazy. You imagine somebody was saying this. What if Mahershala Ali was just talking up a big game and Kevin Feige was in on it too?
No, I think they're gonna bring back Wesley.
Wesley.
If they got Channing Tatum's Gambit, people are gonna be wondering what happened to Blade, what happened to Daphne Keene, like what happened to them niggas.
When they say never before seen characters too, do they mean like never seen the character at all in Marvel, or is it
like in the MCU? Like
never before seen? Probably like a Nova.
Yeah, I can
Nova
see that.
would
That
be fire.
Probably for sure.
I
think I even double down. If you say Ghost Rider is for sure, I would say Nova is for sure. Given that we know that Marvel has been trying to get off the ground for years now.
Who could be the third person? If 2 of them are non-mutants, because there's only 3 at this moment, and we're still early. Like they haven't even started shooting for Secret Wars, if I'm not mistaken. So it's still early in the process. I would hope or assume that it's a mutant, and probably either Professor X or Magneto, one of the 2.
Well, we've seen them before in the MCU.
Oh well, all right, that is true. Damn, my bad.
And they said never before seen in the MCU.
Imagine they just throw in Blue Marvel just for the fuck of it. You know how happy niggas would be. Niggas would be ecstatic. This would be a crazy time to drop a Blue Marvel.
I'm gonna say Blue Marvel, or it gotta be somebody. It gotta be like a Midnight Suns type of tease, a Dr. Voodoo type shit. Because you think about sorcery, you bring up a Ghost Rider and a Dr. Voodoo. Like that. Those are two. Those are two.
You got to think about that too. The fact of the matter is, actually, going back to that conversation we had in the chat, that would be an ideal person to bring, because who in the world do the good guys have as a in sorcery on their side?
Well,
the kids,
technically
they got Wanda's son.
They got Wong.
With the leak, probably Wanda and probably Strange probably come to their side. But like you're saying before, who would they have in sorcery that would help them?
Yeah,
that'd be crazy if they brought back Mordo in a weird kind of way to try and fight back. But I mean, it wouldn't be crazy because Villains was fighting back against Doom in Jonathan Hickman Secret Wars, if I'm not mistaken, on Battle World. Like everybody was fighting against them.
Yo, what did Mordo die in Multiverse of Madness?
Nah.
Where did he go?
Not that was the Mordo from 828 though. So that
but where did he go?
I can't remember. He could have.
Because I'm like,
could still be alive.
You said Mordo, and I'm like, yo, there could be a possibility they do bring him back because he's the only one left alive.
Maybe.
And I don't know where he went.
since it became the Sorcerer Supreme, maybe that's one of Doom's witches.
That would be kind of crazy.
I just thought about that. I completely forgot about him, but that'd be a crazy way to bring him back, in some form or fashion. Only one way to find out, man. Only one way to
Them
find out.
witches
Just a
ain't
couple
had
more
no
months.
shoulders. I promise you, if he ain't
Hey,
the dude, if he ain't the dude with the bullseye on his forehead, which we
I'ma
all
put a
think is
spell
Doctor
on you.
Strange.
Yeah, I think that's Doctor Strange for sure.
Yeah,
Yeah, gotta be.
he definitely ain't in one unless they trying to fake us out with a red herring.
Right.
Cause,
all right.
But yeah.
Yeah. Hunter J. Hey, Alex, will the Russos keep Savage Hulk for Secret Wars? And will Eric Bana return in Secret Wars? Alex, do you guys remember the Hulk we saw during Thor Ragnarok? That's the Hulk you're going to get. I haven't heard anything about Eric Bana. I wish Thor Ragnarok Hulk isn't bad. Thor Ragnarok Hulk
It's not
cool.
bad, but
I
like,
wish they
give me
kept
the Spider-Man. I want the Spider-Man Hulk.
Yeah, after we just seen that super set, that nigga looked even more Aki than he did in Thor Ragnarok.
Bro, give us Red Hulk.
Yeah, at that point.
Red Hulk too.
Well, Sage, to your point, it reminded me of when we saw the first Incredible Hulk and the second one. It had the robustness to Hulk that you expect to see with the Hulk. It was very impressive given how we've had Smart Hulk, how we've had Ragnarok Hulk, how we've had even first Avengers movie Hulk. Like this, that wasn't the most grandiose example that we saw of Hulk.
It wasn't.
So the Spider-Man one was the closest to getting back to that I've seen since this MCU run. The idea of if we do have a Hulk, it's the Ragnarok one. It's like, why take him down a peg after what we most recently saw him as?
Maybe it's just how Doom has it situated. Maybe because if he kept the Hulk how he was in Spider-Man, it was no way he was going to be able to control that nigga. That's just me thinking just out loud type of thing. Because how he was moving, I mean, even Peter still got to him. Spoiler alert. Peter still got to him and was able to calm him down and everything like that. The sun is getting a little tight beat. But I don't know if Doom is capable of doing that just with magic. I don't know. I could be wrong.
But I want a character on the good people's side that's like that. Unless we able to get Sentry,
which I'm assuming
without him tweaking out, because the minute he tweak out, he becomes a bad guy by default.
Because he hasn't used his powers since then.
Yeah.
They say they like, yo, it's been 14 months since you used your powers, Bob.
Yeah, bro. Like if he, and what was that? Was that the post-credit scene for Thunderbolts that it was 14 months? So how much time has passed now? He still ain't used his powers.
No, because we pick up at Thunderbolts.
Oh yeah, you're right. It's right.
Spider-Man.
You're right.
Yep. So it's literally like a couple months after that. So they said 14 months. So it's probably like 16 months. I think it happens November or December.
I think doesn't Spider-Man happen before the end of Thunderbolts though?
Spider-Man happens
before that post-credit scene, I think though.
I don't think. I think the post-credit scene. Oh yeah, Thunderbolts post-credit scene happens like right after Spider-Man. If I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
You're right.
Bro, they ain't got no heavy hitters.
They got Sentry. They got
Thor.
Thor, Sentry.
Thor might get that Odin Force.
But again,
Chris Evans Thor. You have two Thors.
Depends on how.
Yeah. You might have some other Thors coming back.
Man, they better have one of them inhibitor bracelets on Sentry to keep him in check.
The way we saw all those characters in Endgame, I feel like they're gonna have to pull out all the stops. Like we gonna see some shit in Marvel where we get Red Hulk, Savage Hulk, some other shit. Like we gonna have to. They gonna really bring it, because if you imagine you got 3 Spider-Man on screen. If you bring Eric Bana's Hulk and this Savage Hulk we just got, nigga.
It makes sense though, because now the power scaling is just naturally flowing. All right, we getting Dr. Doom, damn near one of arguably the best villain, the biggest villain that Marvel has seen throughout its years, type of thing. we need to up the power level. That's why we can bring in a Nova. That's why we can bring in a Ghost Rider, a Blue Marvel, all of this jazz. So hopefully they just take that. It seems like they're taking those beats.
In the vanity of this conversation, y'all just made me think of a really good question, or at least I think so. We know that the heroes have to be bolstered like this, and we also know that Hickman's Secret Wars is a lot of the basis for this movie. Do you think once we get to Battle World, we get some of the like just almost overwhelming or intimidating forces that we saw in Hickman's comic in Doom's Battle World, i.e. like the League of Thors, how we had that
Marvel
in
Zombies,
the comic.
all of that
Yeah.
jazz? I think so. I think it
What
would
does that
behoove them
look
to
like?
do that.
We saw the leaks that came out when they had all those different Hulks and all of that stuff. Like in his Battle World, I feel like Dr. Doom will dumb them down, will nerf them down as well in that Battle World thing. But I think for sure we're going to be getting a lot of Hulks and different Thors and all different Spider-Man, Black Panthers. I feel we're going to get a lot of that.
That's exactly. I just want that. Like I know we kind of got reason to believe it when we saw that, if it is true, that leaked footage where it was like him raising the Sentinels. We didn't get official footage of that yet, did we?
No.
Yeah. So that leak though, if there is any truth to that, like just even the idea of what he did, with the Sentinels. That'll be like that should set the tone. I want it to be like that. Like if you got a portion of the world and it's just filled with overpowered Sentinels, even maybe giving us an introduction to Nimrod. You know what I'm saying? And that's
Nimrod, they probably gonna save Nimrod though.
But if we got a tease of it, I wouldn't be mad.
You got to get a teaser because Nimrod is like the higher evolution. So the higher evolution of a Sentinel. So I feel like after the first Sentinel wave does its thing, and then X-Men kind of run its course, they gonna be like, all right, pull out all the stops, and we gonna bring out a Nimrod. Because if you bring out Nimrod right now, don't even look for the X-Men to do nothing.
Right.
I also, to go back, I want to take back one of my never before seen characters in live action MCU. I think one of them is going to be Miles, and I think it's because of the Spider-Man post-credit scene. I'm leaning like 90% towards that now.
You're leaning towards
Miles Morales. Because I'm not going to say I was able to watch it again. Unconventional means. Nonetheless, I fast forwarded to the end, and I seen the post-credit scene, and I didn't peep it in the movie theaters because I'm so interested in, what's this post-credit scene trying to do, that I just bypassed the oblivious. There's a part where it pans out and it's searching for the new spider tracker thing, right? But then it does a glitch. And that same glitch, literally the sound of it as well, is the same exact glitch that we see in the Spider-Verse movies.
I saw that. I saw something on that.
It's the same exact. There's no reason why they're doing this. This can't be a coincidence.
Bro, the way that Spider-Man bringing in money, I think they got to pull the trigger.
Bring a nigga in!
Because Tom Holland keeps saying, yeah, I'm ready to pass it on. I'm ready to bring someone else. It's like, all right, nigga. And knowing him, he probably already know they got plans. He just trying to keep on. Like, yeah, I'm happy to bring somebody in. If you bring in a Miles Morales in Secret War, what is this, Doomsday or Secret Wars, nigga? Come on, bro. Because now think of this. I know we about to run over time, but we like Miles Morales. But the kids love that nigga Miles Morales.
Movie theaters gonna be jumping.
Bro.
Gonna be like kitchens with certain substances.
Theater gonna be packed out. If they show a glimpse or confirm Miles Morales is like, all they gotta do is say we cast this person as Miles Morales. Easy. Come on.
Dog.
Easy.
Yeah, now we talking like, bro.
They getting in the scary territory, man.
How much money has Spider-Man made so far?
It is 1.6 billion as of right now. It's at the 11th spot on the highest box offices. I don't
They
know
had
if
Marvel doing
worldwide.
cartwheels, nigga.
Yeah, and I think it's
Sony.
supposed to pass. I
Yo,
think it's supposed to
imagine you
reach 10.
split.
I think it's supposed to beat Zootopia
Oh,
2
they
tonight.
ain't never giving up. They ain't never.
They said, nigga, we beat
Imagine-
Zootopia in 2 weeks.
Imagine splitting with a studio and you still get 800 M's off of it.
Easy.
Sony's like, y'all never getting this nigga back.
Never.
I don't care. Yo.
Never. But we will let y'all use more niggas if we get more money. Get more money.
Send it, bro.
Miles Morales.
That's what I'm saying. You get them niggas. If they say, yo, next Spider-Man movie, you got to use Miles Morales, and you got to use Sinister Six shit. Sony got this shit printing money, bro.
Yeah, they gonna easily have $1 billion apiece.
Oh god,
which is crazy.
They gonna easily have probably $1 billion apiece. Not this time, because it's projected that they're supposed to bypass $2 billion.
Yeah.
And this is just the movie. Don't even mention action figures yet.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, it's easily gonna bring Marvel and Sony multiple $billion. Multiple $1 billion.
And I think now is the time for them to release a Miles Morales Spider-Man game, though, for sure.
Another one, yeah.
Because that was a DLC. They got to release like a full-on
game. Yeah.
I think that Spider-Man 3 about to do that. Hopefully. Fan of nuance. Do you foresee one primary antagonist for Avengers Secret Wars, or should we expect plural masters of evil instead? Doom will be the main antagonist, no doubt in my head, but there will be certain characters who will be sided with him for a large chunk of the film because they are all convinced to serve him until they're freed. Just like Jonathan Hickman's Secret Wars, that's nothing too out of the ordinary. And Gala, hey Alex, what are the odds that Secret Wars gets delayed until 2028, considering they haven't started filming? Very, very slim. Any chance we see Moon Knight and Doomsday or Secret Wars? Low, but not impossible. Is there anything you can tell us about Tom Holland's Spider-Man getting the symbiote in Secret Wars? There are concepts of it that exist. Some involve an original take. Others involved how it would look like if we use previous movie symbiotes, including the ones from the Venom films and the Spider-Man 3. But I want you to think of it this way. Every time the Russos have directed Tom Holland's Spider-Man, he gets a new suit. Civil War, Infinity War, I count Endgame as part of a story for Infinity War. And now that we're about to see the comic book storyline, the original anyways, where Peter obtained the symbiote and is the origin of where the iconic cover comes from, y'all think they wouldn't jump at the chance to do it?
Shit.
Symbiote and Miles, fan of nuance. With rumors of Doom in possession of the Word of God book, is there any realistic chance that we could ever explore a medieval story in the MCU that and its ties to Merlin or the Brotherhood of the Shield? A Black Knight project would be a fun place to get into some of that. I like where your head is at, but no. Closest to medieval will probably be Secret Wars. Can you please update us on the status of the Scarlet Witch 616? What can we expect for her future that has not been mentioned in the past or detailed? The current rumor around Scooper Circles places her with an important role in Secret Wars, and that her power is a key element to how Doom's battle world gets made. That makes sense. What can you tell us about the role of the Maximoff family in Secret Wars? Reuniting. It's not a one-to-one adaptation of it. Agatha wasn't a part of it, but it's heavily inspired by the Children's Crusade storyline. It's one of the few things that is keeping me very excited about Secret Wars. It is not an exaggeration when I tell you that it is mandatory that you watch WandaVision, Agatha All Along, and eventually Vision Quest for Secret Wars. When you do, pay attention to the details. The concept of magic, runes, how Agatha found Wanda, how Wanda's spell worked, and how that spell affected other people. How Billy made the Witch's Road, how Agatha wasn't affected by Wanda, how the limits of the hex work. These are things that I think will be the most important background info to have in mind when trying to understand how exactly will not be behaving the way they're supposed to. Makes sense. Okay.
Just real quick on that. That's what I think one of the reasons why I didn't hate. And T and I kind of talked about this when Agatha All Along was coming out. Is we actually absolutely did talk about this. It was a point that both him and I enjoyed. It felt like what the TV show should have been accomplishing in terms of the overall lore. It felt like that watching it. So if that stuff were to come back around, I didn't think that it would, but if it were to,
well, my thing was, yeah, that is all true. But I enjoyed the show because Aubrey Plaza was in it. So
Yeah, we know.
No.
That would be cool though. If some of that stuff could come back around,
she
and they
played
Makes
actually
sense too.
use it, they use it to.
Yeah. Now Doom uses the word of God to amplify her powers. Now it's just not a hex of whatever the fuck bumfuck town that she did, but now it's a hex of the whole entire world. And then you got sprinkled worlds on in that world. Very nice, very nice. Alex, will Marvel go the route with T'Challa 2 and Shuri sharing the mantle like they were originally planning for her and T'Challa in the original Black Panther Wakanda Forever draft? Alex, I can't comment on that because it's too early, but my personal opinion, I don't think Shuri wants to be Black Panther anymore. Letitia Wright was probably booed, unrightfully so.
Good.
For her. All right. Hey, Alex, hope everything is going well. With Ghost Rider officially being announced, have you heard any early ideas of what the story might be like? It's really early for any details on the plot. I've only heard two things. Expect Sacha Baron Cohen as Mephisto, and that he'll be established by the time we get to his movie. I.e., he's been at this Ghost Rider stint for a hot minute. Interesting. Hey, Alex, what villains can we expect to see in Ghost Rider? Mephisto is definitely at the top of that list. However, if Marvel still wants to maintain parts of their original plans for their supernatural storylines, I could totally see Lilith and Blackheart being involved here. And it will also give the chance for Mia Goth to debut in the MCU finally. Mia Goth was set to play one of the villains, I believe Lilith, in the Blade movie with Mahershala Ali that was canceled.
I'm just going to say when we get Aubrey Plaza back.
All right.
You the
hello,
only
thanks.
person worried about Aubrey Plaza.
I don't care if I am the only person in the world.
Man, forget that. Florence Pugh. Hello, thanks for answering these questions. How good do you feel about Nova hitting a 2029 release date? I have no idea since they haven't revealed anything publicly. Maybe D23 could change that. Interesting. Shang-Chi 2. I'm wondering if you have any updates on Shang-Chi 2 following Destiny and Creighton's work on Brand New Day, particularly if they're still doing the Agents of Atlas storyline you theorized about, or if that's changed. I really haven't heard anything new since then, but I don't expect them to change anything because Destiny really wants to explore a lot of those heroes and those stories. Sounds like a new comic storyline that I'll have to tap into, Agents of Atlas. Nonetheless, I'm liking what I'm hearing. I ain't gonna lie. It sound like they cooking, and I know folks out there is probably like Nile. They want to be reserved. They want to curtail their expectations so that it's not burned down. But it's hard to not get excited about when I'm hearing shit that Alex was just talking about. I'm super excited. We finally getting the supernatural side more in depth now. We finally going to get the cosmic side more in depth now. More characters, and I think oddly enough, James Gunn is probably one of the peoples that helped curate this because of his quirkiness of trying to bring the comics to life and trying to bring that I don't know, that comic pizzazz and like a Superman. And now Marvel is more emboldened to be like, hey, we could get more comic-y. And it's not going to be bad. People won't be, the general audience just won't be confused as fuck or anything like that. Maybe we should get more comic-y. You got DDC making a more comic-y Spider-Man and everybody loving that shit. It's going to be the opportunity to double down. Yeah. Other than that, gentlemen, y'all got any last questions, comments, concerns? All right, then. We appreciate y'all yet again for stopping on by. This is Squad Nero. This is your boy Sage here with T Smooth, Croco's Corner, and Nino. As always, I think we're going to be on a regularly scheduled programming next week for Sunday, barring anything else. If not on Sunday, then it's going to be Monday around the same time, 7 p.m. to 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We appreciate y'all yet again. Please make sure you like, commenting, and subscribing, and making sure you got that noti bell on lock. All right, we gonna catch y'all next week. Peace.
You know I can't hit the outro until you stop sharing your screen.
Oh, I ain't know that. Damn. Somebody's feisty.
Yeah, T, you good on the volume now. Usually that should be blasted.
That nigga turns it up. Yeah.
I didn't know it had a thing on the inside of it. That's cool.
A volume? Oh yeah, right. I didn't know either. It's probably because we actually went live, and that's why you can actually control it. That's weird.